children, welcome to Gopi Krishna online classes. Today we are here to continue the lesson sorting materials. Sorting materials. So in that lesson already we discussed some in the lesson of sorting materials into groups. What we discussed up here in the lesson means we discussed what is material, and we grouped some materials into the list based upon the shape of the material and based upon the plastic materials, and based upon the two more lists also we wrote based upon the one source of material is used for making of so many articles. It is one list, and in another list we wrote what we wrote by using one source. We made different type of materials, and different types of materials are made from only one source. Got the children? So these we discussed in the last class. Now we are going to discuss about properties of materials. So for different works we are using different materials. Yes or no children? For all purposes we are using same kind of material? No. So on what basis you are using different materials for doing different works? Yes or no children? So the dependent is properties of materials. Already one property has been discussed, that is appearance. All materials do not have same kind of appearance. Yes or no children? The appearance of wood is different from iron. The appearance of iron is different from copper or aluminium or gold or etc. That means all materials cannot have the same kind of appearance. Some materials have shiny surface. Some materials have dull surface. The materials which have shiny surface, they are called lustrous. Lustrous means shiny surface. Now we are going to discuss about the property of lustrous. The materials which have lustrous and the materials which do not have lustrous. What we call the lustrous materials. That topic is we are going to discuss now. For example, further collect some articles as many as possible around you. Chalk, pen, wood, cardboard, bullock carts, iron, gold, aluminium, plastic articles, silver. So collect. So not only these articles, what are the articles is possible to collect by you. The articles are collect and write one paper. So after the completion of collection of articles, now try to observe or try to do what your teachers told. So our teachers are telling what is telling means. So in the article, observe which articles may have the shiny surface, which articles do not have shiny surface. So on finding of shiny surface, first take one material and cut the material into two halves. Understood children? How we are finding the shiny surface of the material? We take one article and we cut it into two halves. After cutting up articles, observe where we cut at the cut place, at freshly cut place, observe does that spot have shiny surface or not. So for example, here one article taken. It is one article. Cut the article into two halves. Here this is the cutting place of this article. At freshly cut surface, observe that freshly cut surface may have shiny surface. That surface is bright or not. Observe if it is bright, here make a list. Oh, it is shiny surface. Here write two columns. One is shiny, another one is dull. Shiny and dull. So there are the limits right here. So one column is shiny column, and another is dull. If it is shiny surface, it has shiny surface, then right here. For example, here you taken one iron rod, you taken iron has shiny surface. Then here write iron has shiny surface. Next take pen. So take up here pen you taken. So that pen you try to break that, cut it into halves. Observe at freshly cut surface, it has shiny surface or not. If it not have any kind of shiny surface, then observe if it not have any shiny surface, then here write pen is dull appearance. Next take chalk piece. Cut the chalk piece and say to halves. Cut the chalk piece also to halves. Observe if it has shiny surface or not there, then here write dull. So like that you are doing your experiment. Repeat the experiment with the remaining articles what you collected. In the collected articles, find out which one has shiny surface, which one has shiny surface. It is not possible to break that article. Then do one thing. Scratch the surface of the material with the sandpaper. Scratch the surface of the material with the sandpaper. Understood, children? Scratch the material with the one sandpaper. After scratching of your material with the sandpaper, observe at the freshly cutted or freshly rubbed surface of the material which has shiny surface or not. If it has shiny surface, then right here. If it is shiny, for example, in that example, iron have shiny surface. Next, gold have shiny surface. Aluminium has shiny surface. Aluminium has shiny surface. Silver has shiny surface. Dull surface metals right here. So wood, it does not have any kind of shiny surface. Bullock carts also not have shiny surface. Plastic articles, any kind of plastic article, it does not have shiny surface. Yes or no, children? So like that you made your list. Which one has shiny surface, which one has not shiny surface. Shiny surface means the property what we call lustrous. The property of materials which have shiny surface, that is called lustrous. So here these kind of materials are exhibiting the properties of lustrous, but these materials not exhibiting the property of lustrous. Generally one thing we know, what we know, the materials which exhibit the property of lustrous are called metals. The materials which exhibit the property of lustrous are called what? Metals. So these all are what metals. Iron is metal, gold metal, aluminum metal, silver metal, copper, zinc. Like that we are writing, our list is going to be long list. Non-lustrous, dull materials, these are going to be long. On what base we divided this list? Based upon the property of lustrous. Yes or no, children? Yes. But here one problem is there on finding of lustrous. When you cut the surface of the materials to find out the lustrous, that shiny appearance may not have long time. Even some metals may lose their shiny surface in a small fraction of time. Children, you know what is the reason for that? Why? Because such materials are lose their shiny surface very fastly. Because of what we call that? Rust. What we call that, rust. Because of that metals are getting rust. Because of rusting, that metals are going to be lose their shiny surface. How the metals can get rust? Children, you know how the metals can get rust? What is the reason for getting rust by the metals? The reason is when the metal is exposed to air and moisture. Air and moisture means present in the atmosphere. When you keep your iron articles outside for 2 or 1 week, the surface of the iron is going to be lose their shine. We observe a brown layer is formed on the surface of the metal. The brown layer is called what? Rust. The brown layer is called rust. That metals are the metals got rust. Understood, children? Why? Because metals are losing their shiny surface means because of getting rust. How the metals are get rust? When the metal is exposed to air and moisture. Due to the reaction takes place between metals and air and moisture. That metal getting rust. Due to getting rust with metal, the surface of the metal is going to be lose their shiny surface. Understood, children? Yes. Next. So, here we made one list. On what base we made this list, children? Based upon the shiny surface. What we call that property, children? Lustrous. Lustrous means the materials which have shiny surface are called lustrous. Which materials may have shiny surface? They are called metals. Why? Because metals after some days they are going to lose their shine because of getting rust. Understood, children? Yes. Next, one more important topic, that is hardness. Hard and soft. Hard and soft. For this, so children, have you got this kind of experience by personal leave? Take one sponge and take one iron rod. Try to compress the sponge and iron rod or chalk piece with your hands. What the experience you got? Here I taken two articles. One is chalk, one is duster, and one is chalk piece. I am trying to pressing these two objects with my two hands. I compressed. What the difference you got, children? The article which is present on my right hand, rubber, on my right hand, duster, is going to be compressed easily. But what about chalk piece? The chalk piece is not going to be compressed. It is compressed, but this is not compressed. So my right hand is felt soft, but my left hand felt hard. That means some articles are going to be compressed easily. Some articles are not going to be compressed easily. Yes or no, children? For that, you also do an experiment. Take some things as possible around you. For the chalk, one chalk you take duster, pen. Take the pen and iron, gold, sponge, cotton. Take what are the articles available for you. Try to compress the articles with your hands. So some articles are compressed very easily, but some articles are not compressed easily. The materials which are easy to compress, the materials are called soft materials. The materials which are easy to compress, they are called soft materials. Whereas, other hand, the materials which do not compress easily, they are called hard materials. Understood, children? Soft material means the materials which compress easily are called soft materials. The materials which do not compress easily are called hard materials. The example for soft materials are sponge, cotton, duster are the main example of cloths, example of sponge, soft materials. Hard materials means, children, iron, wood, aluminium, they are the hard materials. Understood, children? Based upon the compressibility of objects, we divide objects into two types. They are soft materials, hard materials. Soft material means the materials which compressed easily are called soft materials. The materials which do not compress easily are called soft materials. Understood, children? I hope you understood. We will continue the class next video. Thank you, children. watch clearly the video and write the important